Elders in the Ondo State chapter of the All Progressive Congress have expressed confidence that President Bola Tinubu will win the 2027 presidential election with ease. The elders under the aegis of the Ondo Mandate Elders Forum said no one in the country currently matched the president's nationwide popularity. The facilitator of the group, Dr Demola Ijabiyi, stated this during a meeting held at the residence of the chairman of the group, Erastus Akeju. Ijabiyi urged Nigerians to be patient with the Tinubu administration, expressing optimism that ongoing reforms would soon yield positive results. To discuss this, we are joined by political analyst Henry Olonimoyo. Hello, Mr. Henry.
Hello.
All right, so let's get straight to it. How do you assess the strength of the APC's political machinery in securing Tinubu's re-election compared to the opposition's strategies?
Yes, so I expect the leaders of the APC to be bullish about their chances in the forthcoming election. But of course, as we know, politicians are always optimistic for their chances, but the reality will come in 2027. But about the chances, it's clear now that the APC presidential candidate is clear, as President Bola Tinubu. As it stands today, we don't have a very clear contestant yet. If you consider the fact that coalition talks are still ongoing, it's not clear the modalities that will bring out a candidate. I'm talking about Malaja Atiku Abubakar, Rotimi Amaechi, Mr. Peter Obi, and of course, so it may appear like the APC has the momentum, but clearly speaking, in light of the fortunes of the average Nigerian, that for me is the major factor that will determine whether the APC will be re-elected come 2027. And of course, there are still talks also of electoral reforms. The INEC has come out to say that it needs to be clear, the reforms needs to be clear, the law needs to be clear on how to go about the election. And if all these things are still hanging in the balance, I think it's too early to call how the election might pan out.
All right, so the party seems to be extremely confident in their prospects ahead of the 2027 general elections. Now, what specific factors give Tinubu and the APC a perceived advantage over the opposition? Mr. Henry, are you there?
I didn't get that. Okay.
All right, so what factors do you think give Tinubu and the APC the perceived advantage over their opposition?
Of course, they believe that they're the party in power, which is clear. They have unlimited resources about it. I mean, if you look at Ondo State, for instance, there are a lot of support groups on the ground for Mr. President as we speak, and that's just 2 years away from the election. And of course, it's always been the case. Every incumbent party always feels that they are ahead. But if you look at the outcome of the last election, when even the winner that was declared won marginally, I don't think there's any room for anybody to think that they have a leeway as far as the 2027 election is concerned. Also considering the fact that new set of voters will be registered, people who have just clocked 18 will be registered ahead of the 2027 elections. And that could tilt it in favor of whoever is able to win the hearts of the majority of the Nigerian youth. And I still say it today, the people who will determine, the bulk of people who will determine the outcome of 2027 elections are the young people in Nigeria.
All right, so in the case of the opposition parties, what do you think could impede their ability to mount a serious challenge against the Tinubu administration right now? Mr. Henry.
So for the opposition parties, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Mr. Henry, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you. You're asking about the opposition parties?
Yes, sir.
So for the opposition parties, I feel I wouldn't know whether it's a strategy to keep things unstable, undecided, unclear, because, of course, they know that they are playing against, or they are slugging out against President Bola Tinubu, who is an old horse and experienced horse as far as politics is concerned. And that's why you see clearly we don't even know where they are going to. But it could well be a strategy. And it's a strategy, good for them. But if it's not a strategy, I think it's about time they put their house in order. And we clearly know if they will also be zoning the presidential ticket to the south, so that the southern candidates can, or aspirants can begin to flex their political muscles around, so that it can be clear what the race is. But as it stands now, nothing is decided yet. It appears that the opposition is in disarray. But of course, 24 hours, 6 months, 1 year is a long time in politics for the momentum to change. But as it stands now, the party in power has momentum.
All right, so what contingencies might the opposition explore to increase their chances despite the current challenges that they're facing?
Yeah, so it's clear that the government in power is not as popular as they want to make us believe that they are. They are not as popular as that. And I think all the opposition needs to do at this time, number one, yes, they need to canvass for electoral reforms in the sense that we must declare how INEC intends to conduct the 2027 elections. That's one. Number two, they also have to pick a candidate that will be in sync with the vast majority of the Nigerian youth. Because if they pick a candidate that does not have the love and the pull to bring the Nigerian youth on board, then of course they are just shot themselves in the foot. So it makes a lot of sense. They must pick a candidate that can pull the necessary crowd that can win, that can tip the election in their favor.
All right, thank you very much. That was public affairs analyst, Mr. Henry, giving his opinion on the President Tinubu administration so far and if they should be as confident as they actually are.